Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Give out live free plays for today's card. And on today's show, about picks from the NBA. It is an 11-game card today from the association. College basketball, a handful of games today. And we're waiting for the 25th to arrive as we have the NHL coming in as we get tied 1-1 in that gold medal game in the Winter Olympics. And one thing we always ask for you folks out there, appreciate you guys joining us. Give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build our audience and set those notifications. We have 5 live shows over our channel, so you don't want to miss any of them. They're all interacting with the chat. So you folks in the chat are more than welcome to give us your comments and your picks in the chat. Greatly appreciate that. Let's say hello to the cappers and get right to the picks here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We'll say hello to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. Got our best bet yesterday with Texas A&M, and then got our first basket score from Jalen Duren yesterday as well, so that was a nice cash for the hit list there. Not a terrible day overall. Did drop the other two plays in college basketball, but we at least got our best bet of the day, so ready to get to it.
Let's do it. All right, let's go to El Nino. Sal, what's happening?
Yeah, doing all right. Recovering from a meal I shouldn't have had probably, but anyways, also trying to recover from a loss yesterday in the NBA. I was on the Sixers. That was quite a disappointing loss. They got off to a good start, just couldn't hang on to their lead and really fell apart in that second half. So looking for a bounce back today.
Very good. Jorge, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Just checking out these games. Set up an AI agent to go after my angles. And that's been fun, but don't trust that stuff, guys. As I'm seeing some now, I can see which sites actually are using when they do write-ups when they're using AI, and they have miscalculated information. So if you use it, be careful. Always double check it. No matter what you do with that stuff, double check it. But it is interesting right now. I'm waiting for the referee crews to be announced for the totals. It really hasn't broken down by their efficiency, so I'm going to be jumping on some totals lately. But just excited about the second half season of the NBA. It's in there. You're going to see some more defense being played a little bit since it gets closer to the playoffs, and then we get to see really how some of these trades have influenced these teams. They got some opportunities to practice with one another, get into the flow, and now we're starting to see some real basketball. Won't be real basketball until we get to the playoffs, but it's getting close.
Getting close, exactly. Yeah, there are some taking situations, and referees not calling fouls in garbage time, which led to a fight in that Memphis game. I don't know how a guy can push and get away with it, and what are you asking for when you call a foul? You're going to get a fight. And so the referees got to be more. This basically.
Yeah, the coaches got to be a little pay attention too, because you got some hotheads on your bench, and they're usually defensive guys. You got to be a little careful with that too. I watched that over the years. As soon as two guys that don't like each other, they play the same style. As soon as they get out there together, they start going at it. So that can get pretty. Pretty hectic.
Yeah, but that one was all the ref's fault in that Miami-Memphis game. The referee didn't make a right in front of him, and there was Scottie Pippen Jr. situation. There was definitely a foul. Pushed the dude right in the back. Looked like he gave him a block to the back, like on a special teams block you see in football. Not call. What do you expect the player to do on the other end? Go right at him. That's what happened there. But that was a referee error. But guys, we appreciate you guys. Like, thumbs up. I had a rough one yesterday. Looked to bounce it back. One I got right was Arizona getting done against Houston. What happened to Michigan? What happened to Michigan? Everybody in the world on Michigan. Duke gets it. That short number had me wondering. And Duke gets it done there. But maybe we'll see them. Maybe we'll see them score off in the Final Four. We'll see how that looks. UCLA getting a much-needed win again. Needed theatrics at the end, like they did against Purdue, to get it done. But I give them credit. Come back from that deficit, and didn't give up. I'm sure Mick Cronin will find something to complain about there. All right, guys. We're gonna get to the NBA here. 11-game card. We'll do 3 blocks, 4, and block 3 will be 3 games. So let's get to it here. We'll start with a good one here right off the bat, early morning or afternoon where you live. Cavs and Thunder. Cavs now up to a 4.5-point road favorite in this one, total 226.5. Nets and Hawks. It's the Hawks 9.5, total 229. Nuggets and Warriors. Nuggets up to 6.5, total 229.5. Raptors and the Bucks. We got the Raptors 3.5, total 219.5. Look at the injury reports here from these games. Cleveland and OKC. Just Struce out, but for OKC, it's impact players out here. Caruso, SGA. We also have AJ Mitchell out, a contributor. And, of course, the good Jalen Williams for about 4 rotational players out here for OKC. Big injury list there for OKC. We go to Nets and Atlanta. We've got no Zaire for Brooklyn. I won't call him Zion on the Brooklyn Nets. It's Zaire there for the Hawks. Kuminga still out there. Nuggets and Warriors. It's no Bates, no Gordon, no Pickett, no Watson. Jamal Murray there is questionable, so keep an eye there. For the Warriors, it is Steph and Seth Curry out. Porzingis probable there for Golden State. And then we go to Toronto and Milwaukee. No Barnes, no Hepburn there. And on the Milwaukee side, no Giannis, no Prince. Turner there. Miles Turner is questionable. We start here with Chris.
Yeah, the first one we'll look at here, Cleveland, OKC. Give me Cleveland on the road there. OKC just not missing a whole lot of key contributors still. Don't know when anybody's coming back. So I'll take the Cavs on the road. They seem to have gotten something together here with the addition of Harden and seem to be putting all that together and playing well. So we'll take the Cavs on the road in that one. Probably leaving that Nets-Hawks game alone. We know what the Nets are doing. They're tanking, and I don't know that I want to lay almost 10 points with the Hawks, but they probably just give it away there. Give me Denver against Golden State there. I think they go in there and bust them up in Golden State today. So give me 6.5 with the Nuggets on the road.
Here we go with Chris on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I've got a couple of totals here. I'll start off with these Nuggets Warriors. Obviously, no Steph Curry here will hurt us a little bit. That Murray question mark, maybe not the best thing for us either, but we got 2 teams. Actually, the top 2 teams as far as overs are concerned. Denver's 36-21 to the over. Warriors 33-23 to the over. So despite no Curry there, I think we still get over that total. And I'll look the other way for the Raptors-Bucks game. Obviously, no Giannis, no Barnes. You got 2 teams trending heavily to the under. Both teams play at a slower pace. You got Milwaukee's 32-22 at the under. And, sorry, drawing a blank here. Toronto is coming in at 34-22 at the under. So, like that one to stay under the total.
Yeah, from Alnitos on over to Jorge.
Man, it's an ugly day on this card. Talk about obviously the better sides on short road favorites all over the card. But it's got to go with them. Obviously, OKC, doesn't have all their players. Holmgren's going to have to try to carry the offensive load. Allen will be sitting there waiting for him with the paint. Cleveland, obviously, Cleveland's on fire right now. They got some good depth, playing really well, so I'll lean there. The key towards this later part of the season when they got some of these information and the way some of these teams are playing, you got to get some of these line moves early. And this would have been one that had been okay. Toronto. Talk about a team they don't talk much about, but they just continue to play good basketball, 33-23. Milwaukee's been scrappy, though. Even without Giannis, 6-4, straight up and against the spread. Slight lean there towards Toronto. I agree with Denver over at Golden State. One of the things Denver has done this year is, they got their stars, but their bench. And their bench has got a great amount of experience because of all the injuries that they've had all year. And that's huge. You want a team that's actually stars have been out during the year. And so those guys that came in off the bench, especially if they did well when those stars were out, like the subs did for Denver, you're looking at a team now that when those subs come in, they actually have confidence from getting some playing minutes. They know their roles. Their teammates have confidence in them. So you're going to see them actually do extremely well in the playoffs. Barring any more injuries, they get Gordon back. I see Denver being a sleeper coming out of the West. So I'll lay the points here with Denver.
There we go with Jorge. Tell you what I think about these games. I look at the Cleveland side here. Just 4 key professional players out here for OKC. It looks like Cleveland has turned the switch on here. You look at the Cavs over the past 2 weeks, hitting 51%, giving up just 42%. Yeah, just too many injuries on the OKC side for me. I also agree here with the Denver side. The Nuggets here, you look over the past 2 weeks, 50% from the field, 40% from 3. Golden State in horrible defensive form. I can only look here at Denver in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Just a reminder, guys, you're getting our free plays right now here on our show. But if you want our best bets and premiums, well, click the link in the description. That'll take you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com and find link in the description with leaderboard showcase our top performers and our best bets and premium plays on the site. So click the link in the description to get our best bets. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll get on to block number 2 here in the NBA. All right, block 2 will include Mavericks and Pacers. We've got the Mavericks road favorites 2. We see 1.5 out there, total 234. Hornets and Wizards. It's the Hornets now up to 12 in this one, total 226.5. Celtics and Lakers, a big game tonight. I'm going to say, I believe this is your NBC game. This one has LA dogs here. It is Celtics road favorites 2, 1.5 out there, total 228. And we'll end the block here with Sixers and Timberwolves. And we've got the Timberwolves laying 8.5, total 238.5. We'll take a look at the injury reports here from this block of games. We go over to Dallas and Indiana. In this one, we've got Cooper Flagg out. Gafford and Christie are questionable. Martin here is probable. Over the Pacers side, Nesmith, Top, and Zubac out. Jones, McConnell, Nembhard, Potter, Siakam are all questionable. Hornets and Wizards, no Bridges, Debate, McNeely, White out for Charlotte. It will be Russell, Sarr, Young out for Washington. Chapagny, George, and Vucevic are questionable. Boston and the Lakers, only Tatum we know is out, but he's trying to work his way back in the lineup at some point. Lakers, a clean injury report coming into this one. Philly and Minnesota, one to keep an eye on here. George is out. Embiid is questionable. He's missed the last 4 games. He's not a shoo-in to play because he missed the front end of the back-to-back, but he's dealing with the knee and shin issues, and you got to keep an eye on Embiid here. He's missed 4 in a row. Gobert is out for Minnesota, so that's a big injury there for Minnesota, especially around the glass defensively and rebounding. So we'll get this block underway with Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take in Dallas, Indy. Give me the Pacers there at home. Dallas 8-16 on the road there, having 1-4 in their last 5. Definitely not laying anything with Dallas in that one. So give me the Pacers there to do that. I'm going to take the over in Charlotte and Washington. Charlotte's living and dying by the threes, and they've got Con Knipple who can hit them. LaMelo Ball if he feels like it. Brandon Miller contributes with threes, so this team, as long as they're making threes, they're getting up and over the total there. I think we see back and forth. The Wizards have been pretty scrappy lately. I mean, they've been hanging in there, winning games. So we'll take the total over. Slightly into Boston there against the Lakers, going in there, depending on how the Lakers play today. But I'll take the 1.5 with Boston and probably leaving that Timberwolves game alone. The Sixers have coming off that back-to-back. I mean, they have dropped the last couple ones here, but just a lot to lay with the Timberwolves.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to Nino's.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick off here with the Hornets. I don't like laying double digits, but I will take them to win both halves here at -105. Should be able to get that done without too much trouble here against these Wizards. I also like the Celtics over the Lakers here. Should be a fun one to watch. Just think they're the better team here. Yeah, and the Lakers obviously have some big names. Just think they're a little overrated as a team. So I'll take the Celtics there.
All right.
Man. They need to sound like a professional handicap and not a sour grapes on your team, bro. Come on.
El Nino's.
Well, that's big names. You fucking. I mean, I've been saying this all season. I just think they're going to be overrated with Doncic and James on the same team. You're going to be laying points, or I guess in this case, not getting enough points. So, but again, like the Celtics there.
Yeah, all right. You heard it. El Nino's going against the Lakers here.
Yeah, it's not the first time this season.
Right.
But yeah, obviously the rest and home court advantage there for the Wolves. Again, a couple too many points they're laying here with either lean Wolves both halves or pass on that one.
There from El Nino, son over to Jorge.
Well, I'm gonna go opposite Al on this one because I've been just wrong picking on and against the Lakers earlier in the season, and now I'm just starting to learn. They still have a good team. They got a lot better bench than they did last year. They played hard. They just haven't been healthy. All 3 top guys have not been on the court at the same time. And they played well in their last game out. But you know what? It's the Celtics, guys. There are certain things that these guys get motivated for. It's on regular national TV like the old school days. It's the rivalry. Believe me, the Lakers have it circled on their calendar. The Celtics are coming in. As much as the line moved, big money's come down and pushed the total back down. That number opened higher for the Celtics and is pushed down. So I'm actually going to go with the Lakers on this one because I've been on that other side pretty much all season and lost almost every damn time I've tried to do that. So I'm just going to take them at home because they're going to be fired up. And LeBron, as much as I don't like him, he did come out and played his rear end off last game. He's trying to be the distributor, even though he said some negative comments. His play has fired up the guys, so I'll lean a little bit towards that one. And with the Hornets, they got Grant Williams over there. The guy gets no credit for all of a sudden over the last month and a half. The Hornets are playing defense. They're not just playing defense. They're shutting teams down to under 100 points if they can score or not. So they have been shut down over there. And I'll give AI some credit on this one. They tried to tell me that they were an over team, and I said, nope, go back and look over the last 6 months. And I got this big breakdown of how they're shutting down teams under 100 points. So not sure I'll go on the whole team total because obviously Wizards, you don't know when they are going to be scrappy. Don't play any defense. Are they tanking? Don't know what the coaches are going to do. The tank issue is really the hardest part. If it wasn't for the tanking issues and they mandatorily had to play people, I'd be all over the under. But maybe just take a team total under on the Wizards.
There you go here from Jorge here. Yeah, I can only look over with this Wizards, Hornets. Wizards just no defense whatsoever. It's going to make it easy for Charlotte to get their points. And also, I don't know if you watched that Indiana series, that last game. Some of those guys off the bench for Washington can slam that dunk. They put on a slam dunk exhibition against the Pacers. Some of those young guys off the bench.
Did you see the line move on that total? What are you getting it at? Because you got it 5. Now you got five points.
226.5. Yeah,
opened at 230 something. So you got the worst of the number if you didn't get that last night.
That's right. If you get that's why I like the over here. I saw it come down, and I just said, wait, Wizards isn't going to play defense, and Charlotte could put up a big number here, especially with no resistance from Washington defensively. They're all offensive minded, all their bench guys, and they did put up some highlight. Hey, they made SportsCenter with their slam dunks, man.
Tony, you know enough about Vegas, bro. What happens in the first 15 minutes when those lines come out? Who puts that money out there like that?
The big players, the modelers. The modelers do that. It's all based on the computer modelers out there.
AI. That has got nothing to do with no modelers, bro. Those are the guys with the money, the syndicates.
Yeah. They hire nerds. They hire the nerds.
And they get plenty of it. They're still old school. People don't take their action. This way, everyone's got a system. Everyone's got now because of AI. No, they don't. The only system there is that you beat a book and they kick you out. They won't take your action anymore because you constantly beat them. So all those guys that are sharp have to get their outs. They have to get them out to places where they can bet them. And it's still that basic. It really is on that aspect of it. So watch those early move guys. Watch the late moves. Last 15 minutes before the ball tips off. That's the only time that the books can't catch these guys. And watch those early line moves, especially when they move that much.
Well, we bring up AI, but it's basically just modeling. It's what it is in sports. They've been doing this for computer. The computer group's been around for 30 years. We've seen computers basically setting modelers setting these numbers. So. I would just think that
the modeler side's on the books now, really, because they monitor as these guys come. Right before, it was never monitored. I used to go around 3 different book chains to get numbers because they weren't connected back in the day.
Yeah,
in the 90s and that. Now, the one time the modelers can't do anything again is the first 15 minutes when it comes out, and the last 15 minutes before the game goes off. That's the human element of it. So you'll never have a system for computers. You're always going to have the human element of what happens during the games and how they're betting their games. That'll never change.
Yeah, I'm just saying this AI, it's just basically modeling, which been out for several years. I mean,
very fast modeling that you can give it prompts and create your own system and analysis. So it's interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting there. But it doesn't always take into account for change of defensive play, change of offense, pace play change. Coaches always change the game. It's not going to be played the same way all the time. So
absolutely not. It depends who's coming in off the bench.
Yeah.
Who's been hurt. And you watch some of these bench guys, man, they could catch fire. Look at these bench guys in Philly. Why is there 76ers covering? They've been hurt all year because of these 2-way 10-day contract players.
Yeah.
Now that they've signed 2 of them and they're a good second team and they cover. They don't win. Some of those games they lose. Like today, I wouldn't lay 9.5 with Minnesota. 76ers just find a way to cover.
And also we saw in that Miami Grizzlies game, referees know a team is tanking. They're going to call fouls on them. They're not the 50-50 calls are going to go against attacking teams because the referees don't want to get yelled at by the coaches. Coaches thank you for calling the foul on my guy. Really appreciate that. We want to lose. So referees know these teams are tanking also.
Or what the league or what the league tells them to do.
Yeah, it could be possibly too. If Stern, I don't know if it's changed now with Stern not there, but like I said, when I saw that non-call, I said, wait a minute. You got to factor the referees not wanting to give calls to the tanking teams because they don't want to hear from they don't want any issues with the coach, or they just won't call the foul like they did last night. They didn't call the foul. Totally deliberate foul not called that caused that fight. I'm with Tori. I can't get the Lakers right either. My numbers say go with Boston because they're the only team playing defense, but the Lakers are just going to win by outscoring teams. The defensive numbers haven't gotten better. It's just the Reeves have come in and they're just outscoring teams. They're going to stay away there. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
He's on TV.
I know they don't need defense, right? It's just going to be an offensive showcase.
That's what superstars do, right?
Yeah.
That's what superstars do. They get that one game, they can take it over.
The numbers tell me Indiana, but the coach for Indiana was taught how to tank by Cuban. Cuban taught him how to tank. So even though Indiana has the better shooters, this coach will make sure his team doesn't win. So I want to stay away from this one with Indiana. I'm just probably not going to bet Indiana all season long because Mark Cuban gave this coach for Indiana, taught him how to tank. And we're supposed to win this game by our numbers, but this is what you do to lose it. So I don't want nothing to do with I don't want nothing to do with that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. As we continue on here, we go to Trailblazers and Suns. We got Portland 3.5-point favorite here on the road. Oh boy, that game against Denver was ugly, man. 223. Knicks and Bulls. We got the Knicks here laying 10 against the BS team, the BS Chicago BS. I'm going to call them the BS the rest of the way. 231.5. We got the Magic and Clippers. The Clippers coming down. I think it's the issue with Kawhi. We'll get to in a second here. 2.5 for the Clippers, total 215.5. Let's take a look here at the injury report here. We go here to Portland and Phoenix. We got Sharp out here for Portland. Avija here. I always get his name wrong. Avija. I just can't pronounce it. I always get hammered in the comments for it. He is questionable. For Phoenix, no Booker, no Brooks. Brooks broke his hand yesterday. So be careful there. And Highsmith out here for Suns as well. Anthony and Goodwin here are questionable there for Phoenix. And then we look here at the Knicks and the Chicago BS. We got New York here with McBride out. For Chicago, it's Ivy out. Simons here is probable. And then we go to Orlando and the Clippers. Wagner, again, we're not in German soil, so he's probably going to keep missing games in U.S. soil. Wagner is out. Suggs is questionable. For the Clippers, here we go. No Collins. He's contributed. The cast off from Atlanta to Utah to the Clippers, he's out. Darius Garland is still out with that toe. There's enough foot massagers out there to get it right, man. You can get the foot massage, you get that right, but he's still having problems with his feet, apparently, with his toes.
Sounds like you got a fetish, Tony.
No, I'm just saying. I see it when I drive around. Foot massage starting as low as $5.
Sure. All right. You're hanging out by Dodger Stadium, aren't you? Chinatown.
Kawhi Leonard there is questionable. So Silent J with the Ivy. All right. I think El Ninos will get that one right for me. So, all right, we'll go on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this New York-Chicago game, New York came back last night, got that one. I mean, Brunson had a good second half. They only had 2 points in the first half, come back, ended up having 20 to get it done for the Knicks there. But the Bulls, 0-8 last 8 there. Definitely not laying anything with them. Give me the Knicks on the road there. I think they come in and beat up Chicago. Chicago's done. And then another one I'm looking at, I don't want any part of this Magic's team. That was ridiculous yesterday. 2 overtimes, you still lost. Jalen Green hit the buzzer beater there, 3 with the Suns there. But give me the Clippers. I don't care who's hurt. This Magic team is ridiculous yesterday. I was low scoring too. You figured it'd go a little bit higher in 2 overtimes, and they just, I don't know. I got tired of watching it. But give me the Clippers there. I think they take care of it at home, no problem.
All right, there we go. There from Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, obviously that line move would definitely suggest Leonard's sitting this one out. But as Chris was saying, rest and big rest advantage with that double overtime and the home court advantage. Gonna lean Clippers, but also leaning under in this one. Though the under is 7-2-1 in the last 10 meetings. Now the last meeting did fly over the total, but the Magic put up 129 in that one. I don't see them doing that again. So lean to the under in that one, and I was leaning the over in the Knicks Bulls game. 7 of the last 10 meetings have gone over in that one, but also like the Knicks to win both halves in that one.
There we go from El Nido. Let's move on over to Jorge.
The Clippers aren't done. You're going to see the opposite side of that. Derek Jones, actually, ex-Rebel, playing over there. Came back from his injury. He's scoring. I can't pronounce that guy's last name that came over from the Pacers. That's playing for the Clippers. And obviously the Pacers were holding back. Yeah, Mathurin. He's scoring unbelievably his last couple games. Leonard's a quiet guy. He's the leader of the team, despite all his injuries, as well as he's played all year, 35 straight game over 20 points. If he comes out at me, he said, we're done. He says, but we have a little bit of the season left. He made a lot of statements after that. The coach didn't say anything. They're going to come out fired up. When you got a guy who doesn't talk and talks after, he's giving it his all out there and they fell short of a thing, they're going to come out motivated. Now, would I probably take him again with some question marks on injured guys? Would I take him against a real good team right now that's healthy, playing well? Probably not. But you got a team coming in off for double overtime. And okay, rag out the Magic all you want, but they covered. It was plus 3.5. If you got the right number, they covered at the Kings. We only want wins over here against the number line, guys. But yeah, Orlando's a team that was supposed to be really good. So they've been disappointing. There's no doubt about it. I can't argue with that with anybody. But coming in here, extremely tired. Clippers head guy, best player, one of the best players in the NBA, calls out the rest of his teammates. It's not going to happen all season, but they're going to come out fired up tonight. And I expect that to be the case there. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with the Bulls. The over, the number keeps creeping up too high. You start looking at some of these teams like the Knicks that Chris said they had to play the second half. How motivated are they going to be to go in against a team who hasn't won it covered?
Oh, my God. That fourth quarter.
They just win when they have to, right? And the rest of the guys look ahead. Over is about the only thing that I could look for in that Bulls game.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that game. Yeah, with New York down where they outscore Houston with 33 with 15 or something like that. They were down big in that game and made a huge comeback in that fourth quarter to beat Houston. And that was, again, your national TV game there last night there with that big comeback by the Knicks. Yeah, here, Trailblazers, Suns, these are two teams that are just in bad defensive form. You got to wonder about Phoenix's legs here after yesterday's double overtime game. I know there's no travel. I'll look over for the total here. I think defense may lax here for this team. Matter of fact, these are two teams in terrible defensive form. You look at Portland over the past 2 weeks, giving up 51% shooting, 42% from three. You look at Phoenix over the past 2 weeks, giving up 53% shooting. Too bad defensive form right now. I'll look here at the over. Yeah, I want to stay away from the Chicago BS here. I know the Knicks here are in a bad spot, but for me, it's a stay away. Knicks are obviously tanking right now, and it is a back-to-back here for New York. The Bulls, they've lost 10 straight.
You said the Knicks.
I'm sorry,
I don't know if they're tanking, man. They made a lot of moves to get rid of salary caps, and what happened is the chemistry that came back is not a defensive one. They got some guys who can score, some young guys, but they don't have any defensive players. I mean, none.
Oh, yeah, bad defense, yeah.
It's probably one of the weakest defense. I've been looking at them a little bit. They're out there playing. They're playing their guys. But I think what we're seeing is some just a team that can't play defense. So if anything, look to eventually. I think the number will catch up. We'll look for the over in some of those games.
Yeah, that might be the way to look at that one. The Bulls have missed the cover in 12 straight. That's been really rough. The Chicago, that's been rough there. Jorge, you're the one to put me on the Clippers defense here because I know I had them against Cleveland. They got pounded. And I thought it was be a tankathon, but you made a comment in the chat that stuck with me that the Clippers are basically structuring their team to be more defensive minded. And the more you mentioned that to me, and the more I thought about, okay, well, Lawrence Frank is our president. Lawrence Frank was his head coach. The guy was a defensive guru.
Yep.
Van Gundy is the assistant coach. What is Van Gundy? A defensive stalwart, right? And Lou is pretty much a defense style coach. So it seems to me, Jorge, like you were telling me, is the Clippers are kind of structuring their roster now to be more defensive style.
They got Dunn. They got Jones. Jones is a great defender. He's actually starting to score a little bit. And, they got a bunch of no-namers. Those guys will cover spreads. They'll get in the play-in game. They could upset a series. They're a superstar way, right, with Mathurin in there and Leonard. If they got one more or next year or when if Garland comes back and starts playing, they're a threat. I don't think they'll get past they might win a division game. That's probably the best they could do. But if those guys get back, Collins gets back in, now you got a team 7-8 deep. That'll play some defense. So we'll see. And
it also helps that your best player is also a good defensive player, right? That spreads amongst Kawhi Leonard, that San Diego State product can defend. And I know the Clippers have that stigma that they're a terrible team and Chris Paul and all that stuff. And, going back to Lob City, hey, they were respectable, man. It took a lot to get out of those turbulent years. I give credit to the Lob City to get them into respectability because that was a big leap from where they've been for the past previous 20 years there. But, yeah, Kawhi did sit. Yeah, they have some issues there health-wise, but only one I really like.
Anybody who ever says Leonard quit is a mental retard. I'll just say that right for the record. The guy's a Hall of Famer, first ballot, one of the best two-way players to ever play in the NBA. That's a retarded statement. No political offense to anybody, but that's just dumb.
All right. Yeah. All right. There we go here from Jorge. All right. Let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on. 2 college hoops for today. It's a Sunday card light on the schedule. So we'll do 2 blocks. And here in block number 1, we will cover, let's see what we got here. We try to balance it. Okay, block number 1, we'll cover the games here at noon Eastern, and we'll go all the way till we'll go all the way till 3 Eastern here in this block. So we'll cover the noon Eastern, and we'll include the 2 Eastern. The 3 and later we'll do in block number 2. In this first block, notable games: UAB, Memphis laying 5.5. Ohio State, Michigan State 10.5 in that one. And other than that, it's a lot of small conference schools. We start here with Chris.
Yeah, a couple small leans here in college basketball today. Nothing big here on the board, but had to lean. I'd go Memphis there at home, 7-4 is a home favorite. So I'd take the 5.5 with Memphis. I think that opened at 4.5, but we're up to 5.5 now. Still lean Memphis that way, just because of the home favorite there. And then Michigan State, yeah, give me them 10.5 there at home. Big there. It's 9-6 in the conference, 8-7 at home. I can only look at Michigan State in that one.
There we go here from Chris on over to Alninos.
Yeah, first up, I'll look at Green Bay here. Getting I guess it's a pick 'em now. They were a small road dog here, but I'd like them to go into Detroit and get the job done there. They won the previous meeting by 13 at home. I just don't think traveling is going to make that big of a difference in this one. I liked. Sorry, let me pull up my notes here real quick. I liked small lean to taking the points here with the Ohio State there in that one. I like Northern Kentucky as a small road dog over Youngstown State. Again, the team that got the job done in the previous meeting. Youngstown will be looking for some payback, but I think Northern Kentucky can at least keep it within that number. Getting 3.5 there. And I liked Tulane over Rice at home here. Just getting the better team. 9-6 at home. Rice is just 3-7 on the road. Tulane won just laying the Tulane there to win 5-2 possessions plus.
There from Alninos on over to Jorge.
Let's see. I'll have more fun in the chat room with this retard than anything. But, I'll finish with him in a minute. Boston U, because I'm getting my master's over there, and my MBA. Actually, Terriers have been playing pretty well lately, covering some spreads. Lehigh's not very good. Lay them minus 1.5 there in that spot. I don't know what to make of this Memphis team. Not playing very well. Kind of wanted to take a look at taking them, but UAB, they're doing all right. Won 6 out of their last 10. A slight lean there, but definitely take a slight. I don't know if we're on Ohio State yet, but I'll take a slight lean at Ohio State plus 9.5.
There we go here for Jorge. I'll tell you what I think. I'll look at Memphis in this spot. UAB, just horrible shooting team in conference play. 28 from 3, 47% from 2. They don't make their free throws. On defense, not very strong, defending the 2-point line. We are looking at a Memphis team here that's first in the defensive efficiency in the conference there, and they're here with us. I'll look at Memphis in that spot. Yeah, I'm going to look here at the Phoenix for Green Bay. Detroit, a team that really has struggled shooting inside. They don't force turnovers defensively in conference, but Green Bay, a team that's number 1 in conference play in effective field goal shooting, 39% from 3, 56% inside, 81% at the line. Hey, the Gottlieb's got these guys playing some offense, there. So I'll look here at Green Bay in that spot. Give me Mary Smack. They've been smacking teams in the Metro Atlantic. I'll lay that number here against Iona. Iona, a team 9th in offensive efficiency, a team that turns the ball over, can't make free throws. There, Merrimack is number 1 in effective field goal defense in the MAC. They defend. They're number 2 in offensive efficiency in the Metro. Good 3-point shooting team, good free throw shooting team, good from 2. They've covered 9 of 10. Look at the Gales over the last month, just 42% shooting and holding teams at 36%, 26% from 3 over the last month. I'll look at Mary Smack, the Smack Iona in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Toy Some Morning Show. Closing out college basketball here with these final games here on the board. In the last block, we covered the games at 4 Eastern, a time here. Wait a minute. Did I screw up? I did screw up. What did I do here? What was I thinking? I didn't set the time slot properly here. I screwed this one way up. I screwed this one here. The second block is going to be a thin here. In the second block, we're going to cover just the 4 Eastern here. Just the 4 Eastern. There's 3 games. FIU, North Texas. We got something on the board here. FAU, North Texas 2.5. Iowa, Wisconsin, Whiskey now 3.5 are popping up, 3 and juice. We got UTSA, Tulsa 22.5. So pick one, pick from these 3. Start with Chris.
I think we got Oakland, Milwaukee as well at 3:00.
3:00. Yes, right. Oakland, Milwaukee. That's right. Oakland, Milwaukee in that one. At the Oakland 6.5 in that game.
Yeah, give me the only one I'm looking at here. Give me Iowa, Wisconsin. I'll take Wisconsin. They were the -3.5. 4-1 last 5. Iowa just not covering the last 5 too well there. Had some poor shooting in the last one against Nebraska. They were 33%. Wisconsin seems to be shooting the ball pretty good, averaging about 45-48% there over the last 5. So I'll take the Wisconsin to cover the 3.5 there.
Here we go with Chris. Move on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, sorry. Wow, got distracted with that comment. I was checking the hockey scores. Yeah, I do like Oakland to get the job done there at home. Again, try to find the 6 there rather than lay more than the 2 possessions, but they are 6-4 at home. Milwaukee just 3-12 on the road. Oakland won the previous meeting by 13. Should be able to win this one by closer to double digits. Iowa, Wisconsin ended up on this over here. Both teams coming in at 15-11 to the over. Both teams play better on offense than they do on defense, and 3 of the last 4 meetings have gone over the total. So I'll go over in that one. I think I have one more. Yeah, slightly into North Texas here over FAU. It should be a good one, but gonna play the home court advantage there where they're 10-5 against a team that's 4-6 on the road. So I think that makes the difference in this one.
Yeah, from Jorge on over to from Alnitos on over to Jorge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wisconsin in that one too. A pretty good offense, and a short number like that. They shoot threes a little bit too much. That's kind of and they do it well. But when they're off, they won't cover. But since it's a low enough number, we'll definitely lean there on that one.
Yeah, from Jorge, tell what I think about these games. Yeah, I agree with Wisconsin. Iowa is 13th in effective field goal defense in the Big Ten, giving over 56% from 2-point range. They struggle on the defensive glass. And in conference play, offensively, they turn the ball over. Wisconsin, number 4 in offensive efficiency in the conference. They make their threes there, and they don't turn the ball over. Defensively, they are strong in the glass as well. Look at Iowa here, missing the cover in 3 of 4, poor shooting. Badgers have covered 4 or 5 with really good 3-point shooting. And look at the defense for Iowa over the last month, giving up 49% overall and only hit 32% from 3. Whiskey makes their threes. Iowa's defensive form hasn't recovered despite the coaching change there. So I'll look at Wisconsin in that one. I'm going to look here at FAU. This North Texas team, man, they just cannot shoot the basketball. You look over the past month, 41%, 21% from 3. I can't lay points with a team that can't shoot. Their last in effective field goal shooting in the AAC, 25 from 3, 47 from 2, 71 at the line. Defensively, they've struggled on the glass. I'll look at FAU here, who's 3rd in defensive efficiency in the conference, and hitting 55% from 2-point range in conference play. I'll look at FAU there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We got you through our sports coverage. Hockey coming back on the 25th as we're sitting through this gold medal game here in the Olympics. So parlay purple segment, our cappers giving a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They want to delve into spring training baseball. What did we see yesterday? Yankees 20 runs, Dodgers 15 runs, Padres 10 runs, a lot of runs from some of the big market teams and some of the teams with some offense, showing some bats yesterday. The bats showed up. So in this segment, we'll get it started here with Chris.
Yeah, a little disappointed I can't bet on home runs yet. It's kind of keeping me on a leash there, but I'll wait till opening day. But a lot of good home runs coming out of these early games that I'm seeing. A lot of these guys swinging the bat pretty good, so we'll wait for that. But today we're going to go with some favorites here. We'll go Cleveland to cover, the Cavs. We'll go the Clippers to cover and the Celtics to cover. And then your first basket score of the day, we're going to go with Jarrett Allen from the Cavs to get the first basket or score first for his team, however you want to play that. So we'll take those today.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I'll go with the Clippers. I'll take the Celtics, and if you can, I would take the Knicks to win both halves.
There from El Ninos on over to Jorge.
Let's see. I'll take Clippers. I'll take both LA teams. I like both home LA teams in this one. I was hoping Rod would jump up here today, and I don't have to worry about Benton today because Real Love Only's mama is going to put $100 on my two-teamer, and I'm sure it'll cash. So I'll be happy with that. Come on, let's go USA.
There we go. There from Jorge. Hey, what I like here. I also like the Clippers here with Green Bay, the Gottliebs. Again, done shooting the basketball, and I'll take FAU plus the points there in that one. All right, we got to do our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale there. We got the look at the Husky. Wants to get back on camera there, Ninos.
Oh, yeah,
there.
he's missing it. He's
missing the camera there. Guys, click the link in the description. That'll take you over to our site over at Tony'sPicks.com, where you'll find all of our best bets and premium plays up there with leaderboards showcasing our top performers. Link is in the description, and you'll get there. We'll take a look and see what's going on over there for today's card. We'll see what Chris has for sale today over at Tony's Picks. Chris, what you got?
I just got your best bet in the NBA today. Just kept it light. We went a little heavy yesterday for me. So got your best bet. Excuse me. Best bet in the NBA today. Probably my favorite play on the board. So we got that up there. Go snatch that up before game time there. Hop on something long term with me. We are covering NBA and covering college basketball. Still learning NHL, so I haven't put any plays in for that, but I'll keep you up to date with the goal scores there. But yeah, hop on something long term. Get the late steam action. We see these lines moving all the time. 2-for-1 capper. Pair me up with your favorite capper. You see who's doing well, who's doing hot. So put it to work together for you. And use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Going to save you the 15%. And we're going to keep trying to do well.
There we go, guys. Got a board here with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description will get you over here to the site. His best bets on the board right now. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Our amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. So get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions also the way to go there. So get on board. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks. See what El Ninos has got for sale right now over on the site. El Ninos put together a great year in 2026 with El this year, as these are all based on $100 unit wager size. It's about 1,177 units of profit for the year. So El Ninos, what you got for sale right now over on the site?
Yeah, I got my alley-oop if you want to check that out, but should be a pretty good day to hop on a long-term or 2-for-1 capper pass. There are 3 plays I like quite a lot in the NBA. Might end up with a 3-pack today, and I've been very disciplined and selective in my picks, but definitely today looks worthy of a 3-pack. So grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, pair me up with your favorite capper, and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Yeah, we're with Al over at Tony's Picks. LEU play up there. Best bet, profit guaranteed up there. Also, your long-term subscription is the way to go. Remember, all of our long-term subscriptions offer late steam plays. Our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to handicap throughout the day and night, looking for those late plays. We put in a play between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those are late steam. Those are emailed right to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. So get on board here with Al Ninos over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what Jorge has for sale over at Tony's Picks for today's card. Jorge, waiting for the NHL to come back, but done pretty well here on the site for 2026 there as well. So we'll see what Jorge's got rolling. Jorge, what do you got for sale today?
Yeah, I just got my best bet go to the NBA. Waiting for these referee assignments to come out. Didn't realize that they do post them. I'll be honest. I was looking at some second and third party sites. Found out that they actually do release them. There's no real set time, but looking for those, that's going to be a big difference to some of these totals, especially with the tanking and the injuries and that. But also look at some late moves, guys, and look at the team steer. I know Tony's working on making that to work and go out SMS to texting, especially this late in the NBA season. They do the morning shoot arounds. They come in late. You don't know if they're going to play or not. And again, like everyone said, the tanking's going to be out a little crazy. So wait around, get as much information as you can. I know we put some games out earlier, but some of the best moves we can get are going to be later on.
That's right, guys. We're with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. Play up there on the board. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go. Jorge likes those late steam plays. Late plays, that's his forte. That's the Vegas way. Look for the bet line moves, get the better number. That's the way it rolls there. So get on board. You'll see a package of Jorge soon. So get on board with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. Tony T is your promo code. Save that 15% off your purchase when you use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go as well. As for Jorge, get on board. Also, individual plays available as well here. So get signed up. All right, I've got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony's Picks. I also have a 3-pack, but my best bet is bundled in that 3-pack. So don't buy them both. Buy one or the other for me. And so go ahead and get signed up, and you can match me up with your favorite capper here with our 2-for-1 capper promotion. Yes, we're working to get that SMS working. A lot of paperwork, guys, to be able to SMS. We have to go. It's a lot of paperwork we're going through right now to get that thing to run. As you could imagine, right? You got to make sure you're on the up and up when you're dealing with the SMS these days. All right, guys, head on over to our YouTube channel. Type in Tony's Picks in the search console. You're going to find a lot of content here. We show you the site because there is a lot of content on this channel. A lot of free picks, both vertical and horizontal. Whether you're on a phone or you're on a desktop or a iPad, you guys you can find picks just for your format here. Home, hit the home. That's the way you want to do it here. Hit the home page. All of our live streams will show up. 5 live shows, guys, on our channel, all giving out live free picks. So check it out. Chat also activated on all of our 5 live shows. So check it out. Set notifications. They also archive here. So if you missed night moves with Ramon and guest, check it out here on demand. Also, our live show goes on demand. We also have Alessandro with the Look Ahead show, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Your first look at these games as the lines come out, so don't miss those line moves here with the Look Ahead show at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then Rod with the happy hour, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Your last look at these games before they start. Also, Daily Dangle Hockey Show with Rod and Company. That will return on the 25th. So 5 live shows over our channel. Check it out. Of course, you'll find my compilation.
Hey, Tony, I think Rod's dangling off his seat right now.
I know.
He thought he'd have a 4-puck lead in this game, and he's dangling. He may not want to come on the show tomorrow. If USA wins, he may take the week off and have someone cover his show. I'll cover your shows for you, Rod, if you lose.
That's right. Then Hodori, he'll cover the show for you. There you go. Compilation videos are up there. Hit list, Chris with the NBA hit list is up right now. Check that prop video up from Chris. The NHL is coming back on the 25th, so we'll be ready to roll there as well. Of course, we got our playlist for you guys here. NBA playlist up. We got college basketball up here. Ramon looking at UTSA Tulsa. Robert Morris Wright State. He's got some games for you. Iona and Mary Smack in there. Let's see if he lines up with me on Mary Smack. We'll see. NHL playlist as well. UFC, we had both two fight pick videos up there this week. Alessandro and Mills came in with his. So keep an eye when UFC on the UFC fight nights. We'll have content for you there from the UFC. Shorts and more, a lot of great content up there as well. Of course, Chris, big contributor here on our live shows, as well as that hit list has been a big hit here on the channel.
Yeah, definitely try to be here as much as I can. And then that hit list, as long as I've got data, you guys have a video. We did cash. We had 7 rebounds for Amin Thompson yesterday, and that first basket score with Jalen Duren, like I said previously. Those are pretty good. Those are long shots. They take place right as the first of the game starts, so it's over pretty quickly. So sprinkle on those pretty lightly. But I've got some data for them, so you guys are going to keep getting those. Thankfully, hockey is back on the 25th. I've already got data. I'm already compiling the first NHL hit list back. Right now, I'll have that out probably the day before, of course, for you guys. Currently, I guess we went to overtime in this hockey game here, the Olympic gold medal here. I figured it would. It's kind of scripted that way. All the goal scores are locked right now. But anyway, so yeah, the hit list will be back for the NHL on 25th. Can't wait for next month when the home run hit list is back. That's my favorite thing to do for you guys. Appreciate all the support, all the respect that you guys have given in the comments. I am looking for suggestions on what you guys want me to cover in the NBA. It's hard to find some plus money there. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But I appreciate everybody, and I'll just keep putting it out for you. That's
right, guys. So check out the hit list here with Chris.
Doubles.
There from Chris. So Chris Alninos, we got you here on the morning shows. Big picture here. We also see you on the reels.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, mostly morning shows for me lately. So keep tuning in early. Catch the replays if you can't make it early, but also go check out all the other great content we got over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
A lot of great content here on the channel, guys. So check it out here. Or so, hey, we catch you here in the morning. Sometimes you'll dangle in some of the Rod shows as well.
Yeah, actually, I might maybe jump in on one of Alessandro's. I got to start looking at some of these early moves, man. A 5-point move on the total by 6 in the morning on the West Coast. Jeez, man. If you got to catch some numbers early, you're going to have to get up early. So maybe I'll jump on some with Alessandro, look at some early moves.
9 p.m. Eastern time in Vegas time. We're still wide awake at 9. So that's the time to look there. Check out Jorge popping into Alessandro's shows as well. Of course, guys, Check us out on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. A lot of great content here on the channel. Guys, with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. East time. It is the Tony Morning Show. Appreciate everybody in the chat today, coming in today, having fun there with Andrew in there as well. Mr. Whiskers, always great to see you here there as well. Yeah, Zach Gallen got $22 million from Arizona. I would have never thought that he would get that much. I never thought that would happen. We're working to get our college baseball lines in the system. College baseball's been up for about a week already. Working to get those in there as well. Coastal Carolina, that was a big underdog yesterday here. They had UCLA ranked number 1 in college baseball this year. That was a big surprise to me. There, it's pretty funny there. All right, there. So check it out here on the Tony Morning Show. Night Moves there. Well, of course, we see Whiskers, Mr. Whiskers in there. There on the Night Moves show, joining and Ramon in that show. So check it out. There, nice pitching staff from Coastal Carolina. There, that was a big surprise from last year. Always have some of those teams, right, that sneak into that College Football World Series. It's not going to be 7 SEC teams in UCLA in the College World Series this year, but it seems to be moving forward. It's going to be SEC Invitational in college baseball. At least 5 or 6 SEC teams. That's the way it looks. I always thought UNLV, with this great weather over there and some history of baseball, year-round baseball there, I thought we would have seen UNLV get that baseball program together.
That's been the biggest question mark ever. You think that? And we've had some great players that have come through here and actually played. But, it's never really picked up. You guys aren't harping on my basketball team too much lately. They actually beat a scrub team they were supposed to yesterday. Mm-hmm. I turned it off in the first half. It was difficult, and they took it up. Take them as a sleeper in the Mountain West Conference. If those top guys – if they don't turn the bone over as a point guard, they're actually going to be a good sleeper in the conference, to be honest. But, baseball's tough. You still got UCLA on the West Coast out there in L.A. who's good in college baseball. And, Fullerton, baseball's 90% mental. We'll see towards the end of the college season who gets hot in the College World Series, which is one of the funnest playoffs to watch of all sports by far.
I really like the regionals and super regionals.
All of it.
All of it's good. I mean, we always talk the World Series, but I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of drama in those regional games. And you're getting this 2 out of 3 super regional spots.
Yeah, it's
the 3-game series. Yeah, I like the entire structure of college baseball. I mean, you got that 4-team regional, and then you go to the super regional with best of 3 with the 2 teams, and then boom, you get to the 8 teams in college baseball. But for me, I like the whole structure of the entire college baseball. And I'm sorry, they should just call college baseball. They make it World Series, but I think they need to shine some more light on the regionals and super regionals because there's some good drama in those games, especially when the favorite loses the first one in that first, and they have to come back and win 2 in a row, or sometimes play 2 games in one day. We've seen that too in those regionals and super regionals. So, and weather plays a factor in it as well because sometimes you got those makeup days. But I like the college baseball structure. Of course, World Cup, Nino's there yet. We'll have the World Cup to talk about here as we get into the. Not much because there's been no qualifiers for the U.S. and Mexico, so there hasn't been a whole lot of.
Let's hope everybody doesn't boycott it. And we get all the teams here.
Oh, they'll get here. Don't worry. There's too much money there. You guys, at the end of the day, it's how much money's brought into the country. There's a lot of federal dollars coming in from the World Cup, not just local. All right, closing thoughts from guys before we close it out.
Have a winning day, guys.
Winning day.
Guys, yeah.
Shout out to Cow Dog as well. Good week. Bye, guys. You guys make a winning one. Well, back tomorrow on the Toys Morning Show.